this tradition is very weak. Among the Buddhist tradition, I think this tradition is one of the weakest. If we don't take this step, I think after 10, 15 years, it will be completely extinct on this earth. So at present, we have a sort of planning to how to reconstruct this tradition. These are thought and planned with the discussion with the lay people in Nepal. And also, most important thing is we discuss this with His Holiness. Of course, the monastery itself is now under construction in Nepal. It will be quite a beautiful and functional monastery. And now we are more focused on printing the different textbooks, scriptures. For example, like we have very important 5 textbooks which we are now taking out of these 135 volumes, and we are taking it and we are putting it to computer, and we will be printing this into a book form, and then this will be thoroughly studied by the monks or the laymen, so that they will be a good scholar, plus they will be a good practitioner who knows the tradition in a thorough way. And then I think they will pass on to their young generation. These days, many people say that there's a lot of problem in the world, politically, ethically, environmentally. There are many problems. I think when we see all these problems, I think the Buddhism can make a big contribution, because Buddhism is based on non-violence, and non-violence itself has a number of layers, you see. Buddhism says that non-violence means not only just stop the violence, but to stop the causes of the violence. It goes deep down, and then it stops the source of the non-violent. How? Because the source of violence is anger, or the hatred, or the jealousy, or the ego, or desire. So these are the sources of the problem. So Buddhism teaches us how to reduce these afflictive emotions. By reducing this afflictive emotion, the source of problem or the conflict stops. So, and then there's no possibility of having violence, you see. So Buddhism teaches us not only just stopping the violence, but it only teaches us to stop the source of violence. And whatever the problem comes up in this world, I think from Buddhist point of view, there's always a solution where they can stop if they really sincerely practice Buddhism. And also you see, like compassion and love and wisdom, tolerance. This is, I think, needed by every human being. Not only human being, but all sentient beings. Even the dogs or animals, they also need love and compassion and wisdom and tolerance, which is, I think, the best source of peaceful world. Always it's difficult. How to cultivate compassion and love? Just to say the definition of compassion and love is not so difficult, because we can read a book and we can just say it. But to cultivate compassion and love is really difficult. Now it comes to the practice, you see. Because once when we are born in this world, we call it in Buddhist term, we say samsara. So once we are born in this samsara, and then we are bound to face problem, and we are bound to suffer, like old age and sickness, and then we really sometimes we succeed according to our wish. Sometimes we fail to succeed according to our will. So we have a mental problem, physical problems. So in a day, if you count, there are so many unhappy feelings going on inside in us. So all this, by understanding everything clearly, and then we will know that I think we better to get rid of all these sufferings. Then to get rid of all this suffering, we can't pick these sufferings like small, you see, dust or like this. We can't pick up like this way. We can't throw in this way. But then we have to go to the source of suffering. Source of suffering, why we suffer. And then we go to the source of suffering, which are like hatred or anger or desire or attachment or ignorance. These are the sources of suffering. So then we really like to remove all these sources of suffering with a really honestly and sincerely we really like to. And then this is on us. So this is called renunciation. And then when we transfer this way of thought to other sentient being, and everyone is also suffering. In this way, then we feel that, they have also same suffering which I have. And they also are longing same happiness as I am longing for the happiness. So in this way, and then we do meditation on it, and then we can also cultivate compassion and love.